It's 2023 and you guys still think Alfa Romeo is unreliable. We're here to disprove that to you. Right there over there is our 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio TI. We upgraded. We didn't get a base model like we did for our Giulia. We got a TI model, which is slightly better of an upgrade than the base model. If you're new to the channel, we've been modifying our Giulia for the last 2 years, tuning it, beating on it, testing it 4,000 miles, and the car has performed flawlessly throughout. I've been advocating for this brand for the last 2 years, and as you guys, if you guys are a long time viewer, you guys know this is a long time overdue. We've been looking for a Stelvio for a while. We're just waiting for the right deal. Exterior mods, performance mods, it really showcased now what the Stelvio could do. It was 3 years, 30,000 miles. We had no check engine lights on our Giulia, and we're about to do the same thing with this. We're at 37,000 miles now. The goal is to get this to 100,000 miles eventually, tuned, beat up, and we can showcase that it can handle it, no problem. If you guys don't know, it doesn't snow in Texas, so technically we're in a state of emergency right now.
Help.
So one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we found was like a really good deal. That's always what you guys know, that's the name of the game from our channel. I always try to find the best deals. We picked this up for $24,000. It's 37,000 miles. I'm always very transparent about all the prices that we pay. And it's, for the most part, fully loaded. Apple CarPlay. It's a Q4, that means it's all-wheel drive. Squadra. Our Alfissimo does sell a dongle from Squadra that lets you make it rear-wheel drive, so I'm very curious to see how that performs in this car. But yeah, so we got the 20-inch wheels, the red Brembo brake calipers, power liftgate. I always love these things. Power liftgate. This is our Giulia, if you guys didn't see it. Fully modded. QV conversion 2.0.
In the garage.
335 horsepower. Good time. So we figured, you know, now it's time to upgrade. Now it's time to go into this. We want to make content with it. So just so you guys are transparent, the same thing we did with this car. So everything's for the most part is QV. I think the only thing we're missing is the side skirt. The same methodology will be applied here. So QV bumper. The only thing that makes this apart from a QV clearly is the motor. But other than that, it's an appearance, right? So you get the diffuser, the side skirts, the fender arches, the front bumper, and the hood. I would say 50% of that is already ordered for this car.
Literally will be here next week.
And so for those of you who aren't familiar with the channel and you're asking yourself why in the hell would these guys do that and waste that money, first off, we'll start with the starting price point, which is, and it's really cold out here, so I'm trying my best. But my credit union valued this car at $30,000. We picked it up for $24,000, which is below market. So our goal is to try to keep this project under $30,000, so $6,000 of modifications to make it have the appearance of a QV. Obviously tuned with a few performance upgrades. But the concept here is to show people that, one, the used market is great for these cars, and two, they can look really badass for a really good budget. So that's the concept. And the other thing is we make content off of this. I know a lot of you guys want the off-road build. That's still definitely on the table. But we're gonna do the QV conversion first, and then we'll move on to
We'll do both.
The off-road potentially. We just have to see how that looks. And I know what you guys are gonna say. The red interior is atrocious, I know. So we're gonna get this wrapped eventually, but I love the red interior. I think red, they do red. The only two people that I think do red really well is Alfa and Lexus. I think Lexus's red interior is beautiful.
So let me sit in. Show them what this is.
With this, you get the paddle shifters, you get the heated steering wheel, heated seats, Apple CarPlay.
The sunroof.
You get the sunroof.
Let me open this up so y'all can see.
We got a sunroof now.
Oops.
With the regular base model, a lot of those features get stripped away. So we did get some nice features. I guess we didn't cheap out on this one. This is technically a TI. It has adaptive suspension.
What the back seat looks like.
And this works great for our son. The Giulia just wasn't making sense anymore, so this definitely is a
we fit more comfortable in this one. See, that's what it looks like. Sick, right?
In case you don't know anything about the Stelvio, and this is like the first time you ever heard about this car, this is Alfa Romeo. It's made by Stellantis or FCA, whichever you remember. If you have FCA products, this car is not for you. If you like anything Dodge, you know, Chrysler, this would be a good alternative for you. This is a 4-cylinder turboed, 280 horsepower. Like I said, all-wheel drive. The Q4 is coming all-wheel drive. They do have rear-wheel drive versions. I think it's like their base model that they came with rear-wheel drive versions. I think they're highly undervalued for these. I think start off MSRP is like 40 or 45, right? I think somewhere around there. You know, we picked this up for 24,000 and with only 37,000 miles, very little wear on the car. So, you know, I think we picked up our Giulia for $18,000. Well, again, when those start around somewhere around $40,000, $45,000. We have two really good cars that we bought significantly under value. I think just because they don't have the rapport that they should have in the States. Now, again, just if you're the Giulia owners and you've seen our other videos, this clearly makes sense to you. But just to repeat some of the information, overseas, this is not a hated car. It's only a hated car here in the States.
Right.
They go as far as using these cars as police cars overseas. So it really is just a stigma with the States about them being unreliable or not being, you know, good vehicles overall. Again, 30,000 miles tuned on the last car with 3 years that we've owned it. Never thrown a check engine light until we started, you know, modifying it a little bit harder. But we're determined not to throw a check engine light on this and showcase that, like, these cars aren't really as bad as they say they are. And 5% of all consumer reports show anything was even related to engine or transmission. This transmission, if you guys aren't familiar, is a ZF transmission. I highly doubt you'll ever have problems with that. The motor, the multi-air engine, you know, again, you're going to have your electrical gremlins. As any car has their downfalls, that would be FCAs, but again, it's nothing that would leave me stranded or make me really, you know, hate the car. Again, I've lived the last 2-3 years with my Giulia. It has been my most reliable car and my favorite car of all the cars. Well, I won't say favorite. I have some favorites in there. One of my favorites. Unfortunately, the Stelvio has a lot more competitors on the market. But if you're somewhere in between, and this is what my opinion is, right, that like the sedans and you want to kind of go to that mid-size, this would be the next option. This is way more comfortable than our Giulia because obviously it has a lot more space. This fits a family. We have our baby back here. So, you know, this is if you're at a midway point in your life and you're looking to, you know, step up into something a little bit more spacious but still have that performance feel. So we're still going to make sure that this thing is fast and sounds right with the right exhaust notes and all that good stuff, but also it's an affordable performance SUV. Best way I can put it, right? Yeah, the one thing I will point out that I don't like already, and I'm going to show you because it has to do with Apple CarPlay. Can you hold this real quick? I know that these aren't touchscreens, but man, so the 2020 they went touchscreens, so these aren't touchscreens, so everything has to be selected through these selectors. If you guys haven't seen an Alfa before, these are the different modules down here. DNA, dynamic, that automatically turns on. I just noticed that. First time I noticed that.
What? Which one's that?
Go to dynamic, that automatically turns on.
Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that.
But yeah, so it's not touchscreen. Everything is through here. It's not a big deal. Just, you know,
if you
wanted a touch screen, you should go 2020 plus. If you're cool with it not being touch screen, 2019 and below would be your best option. But we got carbon for this already. That'll be one of our next videos. Carbon for the doors, all that good stuff, everything from a QB. Again, well, the one thing that I will say that I've always said in all of our videos is if you are looking to buy car parts, especially for the Giulia, especially if you want to get nice quality upgrades and not break the bank, go use on eBay.
Yes.
You'll find your best parts. I found already, I can do a whole QV conversion for, I think so far, less than $1,500, or like majority of the parts for less than $1,500.
Less than we paid for the Giulia, for sure. If
you didn't think there was a market for the Giulia, there's really not a market for the Stelvio. So if you're a Stelvio owner, I highly encourage you, if you can know your way around a wrench, go to eBay, find some good carbon parts, some good upgraded parts, and it's easy to replace.
Yep.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
I think the back of these Stelvios is the best looking. The headsets are cool. The headlights are cool. I do like the newer headlights, but the taillights.
Oh, you like the taillights?
I think that's the money shot right there. But if you guys are a long-time viewer, as most of you guys are probably clicking on this are long-time viewers, you know this is a long time coming. Yes. We're really excited about this. You guys have obviously got us to this point. We've done some really cool stuff with this. Now the concept is to do really fun stuff with that and keep expanding the Alfa content. A huge shout out to everyone who supports us right now.
Yeah, thank you
and
guys.
has been watching. I will say there's 90% of you who still aren't subscribed to the channel.
That's a lot of people.
If you're here returning, or if you see one of our videos and you want to keep up to date with the Stelvio content, just go subscribe would push a long way. Obviously we just did the Squadra tune. Squadra is now a sponsor of the channel, or Alfissimo is a sponsor of the channel. We just did a tune for this thing. So go watch that video if you haven't. But please make sure you guys subscribe. It really helps us out.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got a lot of fun stuff coming for this. A ton of stuff we're already ordered, and we can't wait to see what you know, we have in store. If you guys have any video ideas, make sure to put it down in,
oh,
in
please
the comments
comment down below. Yes.
to give us some ideas, concepts, thought process. What do you guys think of the Stelvio? Should we have gotten another SUV? What do you guys think? And if it's your first time here, welcome to Modern Motors. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all we got.
Now do a burnout.
For real?
No. I like how you're down though. I know you guys probably think we transported all the cars to Antarctica. No. Look at, here's the FRS covered in snow.
Wow.
The IS. You know, just a little. I've never actually driven in the snow. I think we've done it like one time.
You have driven in the snow.
One time.
That one time we went to Kroger?
Yeah. So, if you're